We're here in Seattle. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Seattle Mariners. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And starting in this one, j.deGrom. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there.
Well, he comes in carrying a career ERA under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. Can't wait to watch him pitch today.
Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Climb the ladder with that fastball, and we're underway. On the ground to the left, and foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Next is the designated hitter, Andrew Monasterio. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. DeGrom, a multi-Cy Young Award winner. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. And that's downstairs. 1-1. One out, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One down, base is empty. On the ground, and it goes just foul. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Out towards left center. And makes the grab. Out number 2. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. And probably their most productive player so far this year, Stephen Kwan.
Boog, this is one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. I mean, he's such a consistent hitter. You got to love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see that in this one.
2 outs, base is empty. Francisco Lindor up now for the Brewers. Right through there for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
2 outs. In the air, out towards left center. And that is that. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. And we're back. Our starting pitcher in this one, Andrew Abbott. What do we have on him?
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low 3s. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. That one out to right. Garcia heads after it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. And one to watch, of course, their three-hole hitter, Mike Trout.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Byron Buxton now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Not close with that one. And the count 1-2. On the ground, right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting third, the right fielder, Mike Trout.
2 down, bases empty. Mike Trout up next for the Mariners. Trout matched a homer in his last game. And first offering is fouled off. And the lefty kicks, delivers. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. And 1-2-3 go the Mariners. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And the first offering is not close. Garcia went off for 2 homers in his last game. Next offering is in for a strike.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Roll to short, could be 2. Over to Kike. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And here is Matt Chapman. That one ripped but foul. That one's in there. That's strike 2. No score here in the second. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Nobody left for Milwaukee. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the veteran DH, Freddie Freeman. And a foul ball.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once you establish that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. into second easily with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And there's a foul ball. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
That one ripped. And foul ball. The next pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And a big swing and a miss.
1-1.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue. Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Freeman at second with 2 down. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. DeGrom back to work. That's in there. 0-1. Rafaela went deep in his most recent game. 0-2 now as he swings through. On the ground right side, Hernandez. Over to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Christian Campbell up now for the Brewers. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Top of the 3rd, no score. That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Out to short, Turner. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down. Ryan Jeffers at the plate. Jeffers getting the start at catcher. 27 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2018. Out to center. Buxton has a beat on it. Brings it in for the third out. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back in Seattle, set for the bottom of the third. Here's the third baseman, Ben Williamson. Williamson checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. He went around, says Rusty Valentine. That one the other way. Fires over to Hoskins. One up, one down. And now for Seattle, Michael A. Taylor. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a foul out of play. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Back to the top of the lineup. Trey Turner at the plate. Flied to right his first time. And he swings through that one.
Well, baseball is coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
Two down, nobody on. Just misses with that one.
That's a good pitch there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 out, space is empty. And that one inside, and it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Here's Byron Buxton. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Just missed. That one not close. 3-1. Mike Trout in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss. Counts full, 3-2.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up if he wants to have a good at bat.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
The right fielder, Mike.
First and second, 2 outs. Now Trout gets a chance to hit.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. 1 runs in, and they throw on the brakes at third with no intention of testing the strong arm in right.
Waste no time there. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish, and that one fouled off. Buxton at third. Trout at second with 2 gone. Fouled off. He was late. Gets a piece and stays alive. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. One run's in. In there, he's safe. It's 3-zip.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So 2 down. Freddie Fermin digs in now. His first at bat was a strikeout. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
2 outs. Fought off foul. Way inside, gets out of the way. And that's a strikeout. Mike Fillmore says he went around. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. On to inning number 4. It's the Mariners 3 and the Brewers nothing. Back at T-Mobile Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Stephen Kwan. That's in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
So now here's the DH, Andrew Monasterio. Up the middle, there's Hernandez handling the chance. Slings to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Francisco Lindor to the plate now. Fans love him, but he's pretty popular with the players, too.
He certainly is, Boog. A player survey on MLB.com listed him as one of the friendliest infielders to chat with during a game. I'm sure he appreciates the recognition from his peers.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Pitch misses inside, and it's 2-1. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That misses the zone. 3-2 now. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No play. That's an infield single.
MIL-A.Abbott, the first base.
Runner at first with 2 away. Next for Milwaukee, Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins pushes it foul. Two outs. Lindor on the move. Pitch misses. No throw, safe at second.
Two balls, one
in the
strike.
dirt, blocked. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Man on second, 2 down. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Brewers strand 1, still down 3-0. Ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for the Mariners, Josh Bell. Swing and a miss. as he was out front that time.
Well, these Mariners doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Here's Kike Hernandez. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. He swings and fouls one off.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. 1 down, base is empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now the third baseman, Ben Williamson, grounded out his first time. Ball 1, no strikes. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And that extends the inning.
Everything came together for him. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Michael A. Taylor up next for the Mariners. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. The throw to third, not in time. He's safe.
The batter, number 7.
Trey Turner with a chance now. He's 0 for 1. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Robert Stevenson getting loose out there. Hernandez warming up as well. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Chapman zips it to first, and that's the inning. Mariners leave a couple, but they lead at 3-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And a pitch. Hot shot to third. Tosses across to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Now it's Matt Chapman, struck out swinging his first time. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. That's in there. 0-1.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove. Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Rafaela takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And that's in for a strike. And the count 1-1. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
So man aboard. And now Christian Campbell. And there's the strike.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Rafaela off of first with 2 away. That one
Nope, that's a
misses. Ball 2. That's inside.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
First and second, 2 outs. Ryan Jeffers up now for the Brewers. And foul ball. And that one goes straight to the backstop. And 2 in scoring position now, thanks to that wild pitch.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
2 outs, 2 in scoring position, and we're at the top of the 5th. In the air, right side. Trout snags it, and that'll do it. Brewers strand a couple. They trail it here 3-0. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
The center fielder, Byron Buxton.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Next offering is fouled back. And the sweeper misses for a ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Hit hard on the ground is short. Handles, throws to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
The right fielder, Mike Trout.
Here's Mike Trout. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. That one is absolutely belted. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. And it sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. MIL-A.Abbott gives way. Not a bad effort, but he exits on the hook for the loss. New pitcher on the mound when we get back. So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, Jose Hernandez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
1 out, runner at second. So now it's Freddie Freeman. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
Man at second. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down. And Freddie takes the K.
Now batting.
Freddie Freeman will hit next. 0 for 2 in this one. And there's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is fouled back. Two outs.
Ball, that's in.
Good job to fight that one off. Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5.
That's in. Ball 2.
And that's
I got
outside.
3-2.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's Josh Bell.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. New inning getting started. Now, Stephen Kwan. DeGrom back to work. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Drops into the glove, and there's one away.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Monasterio, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Here's Francisco Lindor. His split numbers between June and July there. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. And that one popped in the air, left field. Taylor hauls it in to end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Mariners 3 and the Brewers nothing. Bottom of the 6th inning, and Kike Hernandez at the plate. Hernandez, a 6'3" lefty, 27 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, these Mariners, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days, but when you're still winning the ball game, At least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Williamson, the next to hit, takes outside. Ground ball left side. Whips it to first on the run. And they get the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Michael A. Taylor.
Michael A. Taylor up next for the Mariners. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Fly ball down the line. Garcia really on his horse for this one. Snags it on the run. And that is the third out of the inning. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture.
The first baseman, Reese Hoskins.
That's to third. Williamson zips it across. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Now it's the right fielder, Adolis Garcia.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
Right down the chute. That is strike 2. The M's leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Chapman gets a piece there.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
And that one is in the dirt. Ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
On the ground to third. Now a jump throw. And he can't come up with it.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep it.
Runner on the move. Pitch is low. He's safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. And that is the inning. Milwaukee leads 1. They trail in this one 3-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Robert Stevenson.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Back to the top of the order. And the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Turner. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Garcia brings it in. 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Byron Buxton getting ready to hit. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Got him. Right there.
Mike Trout up next for the Mariners. Buxton on the run. Ball outside. Safe at second, and that was not close. Buxton over at second, one down. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. Manuel Rodriguez up and throwing. Clark also getting ready. Man at second. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball. Here's Buxton to score. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And here's the catcher, Freddie Freeman. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Gets him to chase after that one.
0-1.
Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. RBI double for the M's. It's now a 4-0 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're at the top of the 8th. Leading off, Christian. Now on the bump, Brock Stewart.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Outside, ball 1.
Well, these Brewers just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
And a 2-1 on the way.
That's ball 3.
In there at the knees for a strike.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. 1 gone here. Here's the catcher, Ryan Jeffers. And that one fouled off. Next pitch downstairs, and now it's even 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
No, that's low.
Next offering is down low, and a count 2-1. Ripped on a line. Taylor pulls that one down, and there's 2 down.
The batter, the left fielder, Steven.
2 outs, base is empty. Stephen Kwan up now for the Brewers. And that misses. 1-0. A little out front there as he swings through
1
it.
ball, 1 strike.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Ball 2.
And that's downstairs and outside.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
2 outs, runner at first. And the batter now, Andrew Monasterio. That's to third, Williamson. They get the force. Third out. Brewers strand one. They trail it here 4-0. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The first baseman, Josh Bell.
And first offering is fouled off. In the air, right field. Garcia heads after it. Puts it away for the out.
The batter, number 8.
Here's Kike Hernandez. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. They say when.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog, get back on track. His team needs him.
Williamson, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. That misses the zone, and it's 1-1. Tapped softly on the ground. Chapman over to first in time. And that is that. So they go quietly there through 8 full. It's the Mariners 4 and the Brewers nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Adrian Morejon.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Morejon, in his 6th season, he features a sinker, a slider, a changeup, a cutter, and he works in a 4-seamer. The throw to first, 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Reese.
He's 2 outs away. And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. 1 for 3. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
The Mariners leading by 4 here at the top of the 9th. Next offering misses down and away. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that's down and away. Smoked on the ground to second. Hernandez over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. So last chance for the Brewers. Adolis Garcia, the next to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. There's a strike. And ball one.
Ball one.
And that one hammered way back there. He's got it. Ball game. And the Mariners even this series up at a game apiece.
Well, you win this one 4-0, and it feels like you could have exploded for more offensively, but you also realize that at times it was hard to score. So you get out of here feeling good about this win. Ultimately, there was great pitching and defense to keep that other team off the board. You always feel good about a win like this.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.